Yo, what's up, guys? We got news in 9 minutes, right? We have 8:30 red folder news. So again, that's a bread and butter setup. It's PPI, so the market should move, but it's not going to be like the CPI move yesterday. That was a crazy move. And to answer your question, guys, I did make 600 on an eval account that you guys saw live, and then I also made 600 in a cash account and a funded. Off of that 5-minute rebalance trade. That was a little bit of a tilt trade, I'm not gonna lie, a little bit of emotions there, but it wasn't bad. I knew it was gonna hit, so I understood what kind of manipulation was going on. So just give me a second. I want to share this on X that I'm going live for PPI. Okay. What's up, Bob? Bobby Perry's. How are you, bro? Okay. So, what do we see here? What do we see here? So we're getting a 3-minute rejection. So one thing I want to note, want you guys to see here. We did get this 15-minute inverse, right? This 15-minute. And we also formed not equal lows, but close to equal lows here on the 15. So if we're going to see anything here, I'm assuming that there's going to be a reversal down. This inverse that formed will be the reversal to take us down to these lows. And then hopefully we get a sell day today. That's what I'm expecting. But we still haven't balanced the 50% of this daily fair value gap. And I still do want that. So I can't really officially be like full-blown bearish until I see that rebalance. That's my view on where the market is going to go. This was midnight from Thursday. This is midnight. Actually, let me get rid of this 50% retracement. So that's midnight from Thursday. This is 8:30 and midnight. I mean, we could get bullishness here. I'm not 100%. Facts from Cameron. Hello, sir. Do you remember me? Yeah, I think so, bro. You were on the stream a few, like last week, right? Or was it earlier this week? I'm not sure. But I remember the name. Are you trading the PPI setup? You guys got to remind me because, you know, there's like a spur of random people that come on here. So I can't remember if you trade NQ or not. But the name Facts from Cameron sounds familiar. We got 4 minutes till the setup, guys. Also, keep in mind, we do have... Yeah, no, I know it wasn't from today. But you must have been in the live stream a few weeks ago. Oh, no, not today. Oh, for PPI. Yeah, if we get a good data candle, I'm gonna try and take a trade on it. But we have to see. I don't think PPI is gonna move the markets the same way that CPI did. PPI is a lot weaker of news than CPI, obviously. We had a really good setup yesterday. But we'll have to see what we get. For long. Yeah, it's a tough call. My overall bias is still bullish up to the 50% of this daily fair value gap. As you can see, this is the daily chart on NQ. This fair value gap needs to be balanced further. But I don't put it past the market to give us a retracement first, maybe to this internal low, and then take us up there. There could be a lot of manipulation to get there. A lot of fuckery. By the way, if anyone here streams on YouTube, let me know if I cuss during a live stream, does it affect the algorithm, or how does that work? I don't know if they can really manipulate the algorithm in live time. I know it'll demonetize you, but I'm not even close to being monetized on YouTube, so that doesn't really matter. But yeah, so I'm gonna take this 50% level off. We have all these new week opening gaps, obviously, that could act as support to bring us higher. But yeah, we're gonna have to see what we get here. We got 2 minutes left until the news candle. We just took out this set of equal highs here, guys. So there were 2 sets of equal highs and internal buy side. We took out this internal low, so I'll take that off the chart. We do have equal highs and the new day opening gap and 8:30 and midnight up here. So I'm anticipating this to be bullish. But again, we never front run. That would be crazy. We'd get smoked if we were wrong, especially on an eval. I don't want to just blow it on one candle. But I definitely could see this being bullish up to these equal highs, up to 8:30 and then up to midnight. Just want to make sure this 8:30 is right here, because last time it messed it up. It's taking 8:30 from yesterday. Why is it not taking... Oh, because we haven't had 8:30 yet. So don't count this 8:30 yet. Obviously, that was a dumb move. That was a dumb thing to say. Yo, Bino, what's up? We're back for more damage today. So we have PPI in less than a minute. And I was telling Facts from Cameron and Bob, I don't think PPI is going to move the markets the same way that CPI did yesterday. But we still should get some movement. We have perfect equal highs here that I know I've talked to you guys about those. Oh, hold on. We're already getting a little bit of movement. So I talked about perfect equal highs being a magnet for price. So I would possibly expect us to get up here today. But we have to keep in mind that we did inverse this bearish 15. And we have sell side below. So we could target this first. There's a lot of different scenarios here, but we'll have to see how the candle plays out, if it's uneventful or not. All right, so there's that bullish sweep and a bearish sweep. So far, guys, we have a data candle high here, but we're not going to mark it just yet. We'll wait for the 1 minute candle to close. Bino, I'm small sizing today. Definitely. What's your bias, Bino? Are you bullish or bearish? Let me just get a quick drink, guys. Hold up 1 second. All right. Where's my bottle cap opener? Okay, so data candle high still. And data candle low. It's surprising that we didn't get any... We didn't take out the sell side yet. Yeah, this looks like we're driving higher to these equal highs, but no setup yet. Yeah, but I agree with you. But if you look at the daily chart, we did just balance this 5 minute fair value gap before the mean threshold of this daily. So we could definitely get retracements down into internal lows before we continue higher, but doesn't have to be. So it's definitely a tough call. But yeah, I mean, my job is not to try and take long dated trades like that. I just look for intraday scalps, and then I will swing QQQ long if we have like very bearish price action like we did in the past few months. I did swing a QQQ long. I called that in our community, and a few people did well with that. But yeah, I would never try and swing a QQQ position this high up, especially because we've already balanced decent portions of the daily fair value gap. Okay, so we just took out data highs, but I would never short this because we have equal highs above. We could easily get that move now. We don't have to, obviously. Did we leave? Let me see something here, guys. So we did not take out this internal high yet. Do we have equal highs here that I missed? Oh my goodness, I missed triple equal highs. How did I miss those? Okay, so we have more equal highs right here. And here, am I going insane? Did I miss both of these? How did I miss these, guys? What the heck? I'm losing my mind. I was looking at the charts earlier this morning, trying to, Wow, how did I miss these? That is not good. Guys, there we almost did, and there's the first set taken. Your stream is lagging and buffering a lot. Huh. Let me check my internet speed quick. Hold on, guys. It shouldn't be lagging because I have like 160 megabits per second. Oh, whoa, we just left equal highs. No, we didn't. We took that out by a tick. Never mind. Whoops. Anyone else experiencing lag and buffering? Or is it just Bino? Facts from Cameron or Bob, are you guys getting lag at all? Bob, oh, it's fine now. Okay, awesome. Sorry, guys, I just got a message I had to look at. So we just took out these equal highs by a tick, but we do have more equal highs above. I'm going to get rid of this 15-minute because we know that it inversed already. But yeah, there's nothing here, guys. We didn't form any fair value gaps. We did form this little fair value gap right here. So we could get a reaction from here to go long, but this is not an optimal fair value gap. You want to see bigger ones. Because the whole point of the fair value gap is to stump traders. Like if they see this big gap down, they'll want to short in the gap. And then if we inverse it, then it typically reverses to the upside and stops them out. But we don't have anything here. If you notice, this big wick here stopped a fair value gap from forming. So there's no fair value gap to act as support or to inverse and look for the data lows. But I will label it for now. Data low. So let's see what we get. I have a 2-minute. Oh! I can't believe I didn't look at another time frame. Sorry, guys. I don't know what's going on with me today. It's pretty late. So yeah, if we inverse this 2-minute, I would definitely say that we could get a short down to data lows. It is a very big stop, but I would definitely say that it's decent. I don't like the fact that we have equal highs here, so I would be careful with this, maybe size down. We have 20 seconds till the close, so let's see what we get. I don't know if it'll make it as clean and super clean here, but it might go down too far before even giving us an entry. Okay, so this looks good for a short, but it's too far down for me right now to take. I'd rather wait for a retrace. It might not give it to us, though. This is a decent 2. I would give this probably a 7 or an 8 out of 10 for a 2-minute IFEG. But again, it's too low for me to take now. Stop is too big. With one contract, $300 stop from here. So from here, it's like a $500 or $600 stop, which I'm not interested in for a take profit of. Yeah, see, from here it's a $450 stop for a $350 profit. So there's no way in hell I would take that. But if we retrace to here, I would consider it. Hopefully we could get like a 1 minute in here. That would be ideal, but. Excuse me. We did leave the sell side again, guys. It's an internal sell side, so not that obvious. But definitely could get that. And the data low. Yeah, it looks like it's going without us, but that's okay. Not every trade is for us. So does that 2-minute FEG match to yours? I'm not sure what that means, Bino. I'm glad that you called out the 2-minute, though, because I wasn't looking at the 2-minute chart. I was just looking at the 1. I was hyper-focused on it for some reason, which I shouldn't have been. So there's the data low. It was a great setup, but again, the RR was just not there, so I can't. That's against my rules to take. If we inverse this 2-minute, then we could look for a potential long back up to these equal highs. That's an option, but ideally, I'd want to see the sell side get taken first. Right, so we have accumulation, maybe manipulation and distribution, but so far it looks like accumulation, manipulation to distribute down. So definitely a tough situation. Yeah, so we have this 2-minute and we have a 1-minute that we could be looking at for longs here. This is now the 8:30 setup, and then midnight is up here. They usually take out all the early retail longs. Yes, but I don't like that we have accumulation and manipulation that we're distributing down. So to me, that signals that maybe we're looking to go lower here. And potentially have these two levels as our target. This low and this low. But if we do inverse this 1-minute and the 2-minute, then I would definitely consider longs again. In fact, you could even try a long here and move your stop to break even quickly. I'll do that real quick. I'll just quickly scout this, actually, and sell it up here. Okay, so there's... Oh, come on. Just hit it. All right, so there's a scalp. Very high probability setup there. Dang it, I missed my long. Well, you still have an opportunity, bro. The 2 minute hasn't inversed yet, so once this inverses, I think this will be a good setup. So that was a quick little scalp, guys. So the setup would look like this, and your take profit would probably, I would go all the way up to these equal highs. So it'd be almost a 2-to-1. If you wanted to reduce risk, you could take it at the 1 minute, which I wouldn't advise. I'd wait for the 2. What does the 3 minute look like? Oh, there's a 3 minute long too. So the safest bet, guys, would be to wait for the 3 minute here, but definitely a tough call. Because we could easily reject from this 1 minute here and continue down, which I have a theory might happen, but again, this is what I'm talking about, is you don't have to predict where the market's going, but when you know with a high probability where the draw is going to be, you can do little quick scalps. Like that was like, what, like 50 or 75 bucks? And we just rebalanced 8:30, obviously, but yeah, I'm thinking that midnight is the draw, potentially. If we inverse this 1 minute after taking out a 1 minute fair value gap, that could be a decent short, but again, we already took out the data low, so I don't think that's high probability. I think the more likely scenario would be a balance from this 1 minute fair value gap to take out all these equal highs. Again, we did take this equal high out by a tick, but I still want these ones potentially. These triple equal highs. Are these triples? These were double equal highs. And then there's double equal highs here. Wow, I can't believe I missed those earlier though. Bino, what was your long? What was your long setup? Okay, so we're about to inverse this one potentially. I just posted on X that we were... 2 minute FVG at 360, 350 to 360. 350 to 360. Where is this? I don't know what 2 minute you're talking about. Is it from all the way back here? Oh. Yeah. Yeah, you are right. This is the one you're talking about. Yeah, it lines up with yours. That's what you were asking me. Okay, now it makes sense. Yeah, we got a was it a tick in? One tick in the fair value gap. That's awesome. Good call out. So yeah, if we bounce out of this one and inverse this one, I think that it would be a pretty good trade up to up to these equal highs. That's my bread and butter. Yeah, if I miss, I don't chase. Well, you might get a retracement. I don't know. But yeah, if we inverse this 1 minute, I think this is a pretty high probability setup, at least back up to these two equal highs here. You could take a partial back at the high a day, but again, don't one thing at a time. Do we have we have a tiny fair value gap here and a volume imbalance, so I would move your stop to break even relatively quickly on this trade, because these could also be like little secret rejection zones. So you have to be careful. Okay, so another balance of this 1 minute. So far, guys, I'm 1 for 1 on the day with a little quick scalp. And again, that was just seeing this big candle and knowing that we're going to rebalance in 1 minute. Very tiny scalp. Now that this 1 minute is inversing, my guess is that we'll probably continue down and take out this low. That's what I think is likely to happen. But again, we already took out the data low, so I would never take that trade. It's very low probability. Now it looks like it will knife through that 360 zone. Potentially. But yeah. Again, I'm all about probabilities, and to me, this is not a high probability trade, especially when I'm not heavy green on the day yet. So I would just sit and watch this personally. But yeah, I think we are potentially bearish today. But there's just so many scenarios here. If the 1 minute inverses, I will take a long. How's Tesla doing? Tesla with a big sell-off from yesterday. So here's another thing, guys. When you see inverse fair value gaps get respected like this, so I mean, it didn't get respected, right? It inversed. To know that we have very good price action following this, you want to see this now continue down. If you see another close back above this 1 minute fair value gap, that tells me immediately that price action is not going to be good. So you have to definitely pay attention to how candles behave, especially when we've had, it's a Friday, and you just have to be very cautious. It's one thing I've learned, especially on Fridays. Fridays are either trend days or chop days typically, so you have to be super careful. So now pay attention to the next few candles on the 1 minute. If you see a close back above this 1 minute fair value gap, that is a signal to me again that price action will be choppy. And yes, premium burn, consolidation, all the options traders get wrecked. ICT calls it like seek and destroy. And just the fact that we were so bullish yesterday tells me we're probably going to see bearishness, but we could easily see chop here. Because we had, as you guys know, we had distribution, and now we could have consolidation before I move higher, or consolidation and then a manipulation down before I move higher. So whatever the point is, this case in point could be a consolidation zone in the market. So you have to be very cautious with days like today. Always be cautious the days after you see distribution. And then also on the daily, I mean, we haven't taken out this internal high yet, but on the daily, this candle could be like your AMD. So your accumulation, manipulation, and then distribution. There's so many different possibilities here. Okay, so far we're still respecting the inverse fair value gap, so that's a good sign. But we want to see continuation down here to see that price action is good. But yeah, there was a setup for those that were not in here. There was this 2 minute fair value gap, but because we closed so low, the risk reward was not good enough for me to take the trade. So I didn't take that. I did take a scalp back up to this 1 minute, and that's the only trade I've taken today for a win. Okay, so far, I'm going to say we probably will see a close back above here, and we'll see this kind of like seek and destroy price action, but if not, that'll be good. Hopefully that'll signal good price action for the rest of the day, or at least for the morning session. How's ES doing here? Did ES take out its low? ES has not taken out its low yet. So far we do have a potential bullish SMT, but I doubt it. All right, so good delivery so far. Cores, what was your winning trade? It wasn't really a trade, it was more like a scalp. I saw this big bullish candle here in the inverse, and I just front run it as a scalp back into this 1 minute. So it was like a $75 win for a mini contract on NQ. I did want to take the 2 minute inverse Cores, but the RR was terrible, so I didn't take it. Because we closed all the way down here on the initial candle. Have you taken anything, Cores? Okay, guys, so I think this is the draw right now. This internal low on the 15 minute, and then I think we could potentially go down to here today. That's what I'm expecting, but... And the news messing up the moves. The movies. The moves? Well, the news is what created the setup. But yeah, guys, so far this is getting respected, so I like that. I would like to see a move down to this internal sell side. And then, of course, this 1 minute fair value gap, it's actually a 1, a 2, and a 3. That's going to determine price action for the remainder of the day. So if we get a bullish reaction out of this 15, out of this sell side. Also, what is the... Was this a 2 minute that you were talking about? Yeah, so it's also a 2 minute fair value gap here that Bino was talking about. So if we see a bullish reaction from the low and the sell side, then I would look for a long back up to these equal highs and midnight. We did take out one set of the equal highs, but we do have 2 sets of perfect equal highs, the new day opening gap and midnight above. So we'll have to see what we get here. So we just took out low of day, but I do expect to see continuation here. I don't think this is the end of the drop just yet. Yes, but the wicks the news generates going to throw me off, so I'll wait and just be patient. Yeah, so my setup, Cores, I mean, I think you know this, but hold on, guys, 1 second. What's this thing? So my setup is looking at the wicks that form on that 830 candle. So this was the data candle high. I don't know why this is here. So I label the data high and the data low, and whichever one gets taken out first, I look for a setup to the opposite one. So this 2 minute IFEG right here was a good setup, but again, the RR was not good, so I didn't take it. But yeah, the wicks are the wicks are what give me my setup. So guys, this is gonna go down to the sell side now. And we'll wait to see the reaction at this low. That's what my next move will be. Bum ba-dum bum bum ba-dum bum bum ba-dum bum. Wait. Let's see, Bino, if your 2 minute fair value gap gets respected at all. I have a feeling that it's not, because like I've told you guys, this 15 minute fair value gap got inversed. We took out internal liquidity, and now I think this is going to distribute us down to here. Yeah, so this is my draw right now, guys, honestly. If I had to say gun to my head, this 20,301.50 is my draw on liquidity. When they wait this long, they usually pull it down the second time. Yeah. Possibly. If anyone in the chat right now is in a live NQ trade, I want to know what you guys are taking, or what's your bias for today. I only trade the fair value gap setup the first time. Yeah. I mean, typically, yeah, you'll get a good response that first round, but if we trade, you're right, if we trade back into a fair value gap, a lot of the times it does reject. But yeah, so far a decent reaction. I want to see the sell side get taken first. I don't know why it's pulling up here. I think it's just trying to generate more liquidity from longs to take it back down. If I had to guess, this is just all... this is like inducement for retail traders. Let me see what the 3-minute looks like. Is there a 3-minute fair value gap? There is a 3-minute as well, guys. It's a lot smaller. So if you draw it out, it's right here. But it is a 3-minute, and that was just ticked for the first time. Just a heads up for you guys. So it depends what you look at. You see, Bino, because that 2-minute we've touched into, but the 3-minute, this is the first time we touched into the 3, so we could potentially inverse this 3 and then go back up to this internal high. Definitely possible. So if this 3-minute inverses, it's tiny, so I would never take this trade, but we could inverse this and then go back up to this internal high. I don't think that's going to happen, but we'll have to see what we get. But is anybody else in a trade right now? Or does anyone else in here trade NQ? I know Coors does. I know Bino does. I know Bobby Paris does. What does the 2-minute look like? We do have a tiny 2-minute, but I would never take that into consideration. Boom, 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 boom. Tesla not moving at all. Or is my chart frozen? Wow, 222. That is unbelievable. Oh, it's is it Binoge? Is that how you pronounce it? Sorry, Binoge, if that's how it's pronounced. Is it Indian? Or Sri Lankan or something? You can call me Dan. Is that that's your American name? All right, so looks like we're gonna get back up this internal high, guys, and potentially up back into this buy side. Indian for sure. Looking for other confluences to take along. Yeah, I'm really I'm not liking this PA here personally. Look at this 3-minute. We closed right at it, so we're not even getting a long setup here. Not my cup of tea. The 1-minute fair value gaps and 2-minute fair value gaps aren't really obvious at all. Not a huge fan. QQQ with a gap down. Looking potentially bearish, but... Oh. Bum ba-dum bum bum bum. Yeah, I'm not liking this at all. If I was looking at this price action, nothing here signals to me bullish or bearish. We're leaving lows. Yes, we are getting a reaction from a 3-minute FEG, but doesn't look great to me. Did we just leave equal highs here? No, we didn't. We just missed the internal high here by a tick. Yeah, nothing here is signaling me to take a trade. It's just amazing how we left this internal low here. Not liking it at all. We have this huge 3-minute, a huge 2-minute. The 1-minute is okay, but again, if you take this, you have to take, you're accepting the risk that the 2 and the 3 might not inverse and that you reject from here. Assuming we get back up into this 1-minute. September PPI inflation accelerates 1.8% from a year ago. So the producer price index is accelerating. So more economy stimulation. Yeah, it looks more and more like the Fed is not really going to be able to cut. I mean, they could cut 25. I think they will not cut 50 basis points, especially with CPI coming in hot. Let's just check how TLT is doing quick. I want to see how bonds are reacting. Really quick before I do that, Bitcoin right now, we're in this weekly and we're holding on for dear life. This could be a very bullish sign for Bitcoin. If we hold this on a weekly and then we have a very big move up next week and we make a weekly order block, then I think we're going to see all-time highs very shortly. But these next 2 weeks for Bitcoin are going to be huge in my eyes. But let me just look at TLT quick and see how it's responding to the PPI news. Yeah, so still pretty bearish here. Yeah, if the Fed decides that they're not going to cut at the next meeting, or they cut 25 basis points, 25 will be okay for TLT. If they decide not to cut, we'll probably see TLT sell off. Okay, so we just took out this internal high on the 1 minute for NQ. We do have this tiny 1 minute fair value gap here that we could reject from, but again, I would never take a tiny 1 minute into account like this. Yeah, I don't like that we didn't sweep this internal low. Not at all. Any 5 minutes here? And there's a 5 minute fair value gap too that we haven't balanced yet. Yeah, I still think this is probably bearish, but nothing that's high probability enough for me to risk real money with. At least not yet. We'll have to see what price action comes into play. And also, guys, I mean, keep in mind it's still early. The market has not opened yet. We have 25 minutes till market open, and the first macro time is obviously at 9:50. So we could see lackluster PA until then. Just a heads up for you guys that are... I'm surprised there's 5 or 6 people in here, and it's... I mean, for East Coast time, it's what? 8:30? But for LA time, it's like 6:05. I'm surprised that there's hungry investor traders that are up this early. So again, if we take out this sell side and we get a bullish reaction from this 5 minute fair value gap, then I think we could still see intraday longs to these equal highs. I will delete these because we already hit them, but we do have 2 sets of equal highs here and a new day opening gap. So now we sit and we wait because there's nothing just yet. Boom. What states are you guys from? Actually, there was a dude in here the other day from Austria. I don't know how people in Austria are trading the U.S. markets, but I guess people find ways and find things to do. I am in Thailand right now, but originally I am in LA. So I normally am up at 5:30 for these moves. So it's actually really nice to be able to be alert, like awake, and not just be waking up at 5:30 and immediately trying to take trades. So that is one bonus, but I just wish that it was a little bit earlier. So like, I have a friend who he travels to Sicily, and I think the market opens there. New York sessions at 3:30 in the afternoon. So you get to chill the whole day, and then you can have breakfast and lunch, and then you can trade, and then by the time the New York session's over, it's dinner time. So it's like the perfect trading, in my opinion. That's next on my list to go to after Thailand. I'm just looking to see if there's any good inverses here to take us back down, because I do want more downside here. Whoa, wait, Asim, you're from Iraq. Oh yeah, I remember you saying you're from Iraq. That's crazy. What time is it in Iraq again? Right now? All right, guys, so we're getting a decent pullback here. I wouldn't be surprised to see this. So we're rejecting from a 1 minute. We're inversing a 2. I wouldn't be surprised if we see lows here. Again, I would never take this because we already took out data lows, but definitely a possibility. 4:08 p.m. Iraq. So Iraq is also perfect for trading the New York session. Bino, I'm surprised you don't get more views. Well, to be honest, I just started streaming. I also need to work on marketing, to be honest, and growing my X account. But yeah, I mean, I think that happens over time, you know? When you first start anything, it's going to be tiny. I know some really good streamers, like some live stock traders, streamers that for almost like 2 years, one of the guys was like streaming for 5 people. And then now he has like 200,000 subscribers on YouTube, which is pretty crazy. But yeah, it seemed 4:08 p.m. That's like perfect because you get to enjoy your breakfast, your lunch, and then by the time it's like afternoon, it's perfect for you to trade, and then you can quit after a few hours and have dinner. That's dope. Binosh, how long have you been trading NQ, just out of curiosity? Or how long have you been trading futures for? Is that how you started? Or did you start with stocks like me? 3 years? That's good. I've been trading futures for about 3 years as well, give or take. I started in 2019. I'm 28, or actually I turned 28 in 8 days, 27. Your crowd is increasing day by day. Hopefully it gets bigger. I mean, I love streaming and I love trading, so I'd rather trade with a group of people. Turned 45 this September. That's awesome. Yeah, you know that somebody's decent at trading. I mean, it doesn't have to be this way, but for the most part, if you're older than like 35 and you're trading, you have some success with it. Because most people just, they quit before that point, so. Did you ever bust your account? Of course. I have blown so many accounts in the past. My first probably 2 years, 1.5 years of trading, I was not profitable. Now, I've always had a net. Well, not always, but from a very early stage of my investing career, I've always been net profitable because my long-term investing accounts are much bigger than my trading accounts. Yeah, if you've met a trader that claims that they haven't blown an account before, they are lying out of their ass. There is no such thing. Like, every trader blows. If they're a day trader and they trade futures or they use a leverage account, I would say 99% of people have blown an account. Unless they're like super, super conservative, and even on their worst days, they don't go on crazy tilt. But especially if they're trading like evals, I guarantee you they have blown an account. And yeah, blowing accounts is extremely easy. Going on tilt is one of the easiest things ever, and yeah, just learned over the years that it's not worth it. I have, on all my funded and eval accounts, I have risk limits, so I have like a daily limit of what I can lose. But I think you get to a point when you do become profitable eventually that you don't even allow yourself to surpass those limits. So like for me, the only account that I will go on tilt on or emotionally trade is an eval. But for my cash and funded accounts, at maximum, I take 2 trades in a day. On average, I think my data shows I'm at like 1.7 trades over the last year a day, on average. So eventually you get to a point where you understand the markets enough, where you know when enough is enough, and you you know, you have a limit to what you will and won't do. So for me, that's about 1.7 trades a day. And you know, once you've been trading long enough, you recognize when there's still opportunities for the day and when there's not. So like today, once we trade to these equal highs in midnight, I'm like, there's no opportunities left. So why would I even bother looking at the charts? But if I see strength to the downside here, and I know that my draw is to this 20,301 target, then I would recognize that there's still potential opportunity until I get here. Sorry, I wasn't looking at the chat. They must be paper trading. Getting a buffer on the accounts, good too. What does that mean, Core's buffer? By the way, guys, well, I mean, it's not high probability, but if we inverse this 3 minute, we'll probably go down to the sell side finally. You must also share your account management trade, considering account balance of 10K. I try and risk no more than 2% of an account on a day trade. That's my rule of thumb. Course forever blowing accounts is definitely if we don't follow our stops and risk reward. Yeah. So like, for example, guys, you can look back at this live. This is my model. Okay. We took out our data high and we created a 2-minute inverse fair value gap. But why did I not take this trade? Even on an eval account, I didn't take it, even though, I mean, it's the only account I would consider it. I just want to show you guys sound risk management. But I would only have taken this trade if we got this. If the candle closed here, this 2-minute candle. So I was waiting for a 2-minute close below. But because we closed down here, the risk reward went from almost a 2-to-1 to a 0.87. So I would be risking 700 and... Wait, if I could do a limit order here. It's basically a negative RR trade, but I would be risking $425 to make $375. And to me, that's just not worth it. So that's why I didn't take the 2-minute. So I have a model, but if the model presents itself and the risk to reward is terrible, I don't take the trade. That's how you stay profitable, because you're working on your RR. You have a model, but the model also needs to fit a high risk to reward. Otherwise, it's not worth it. Cores, a buffer is like having a high profit from the deposit you started with. So you get a 50K account, right? You trade it to 55 or 60 and don't take profit. Use that as a cushion. Okay, yeah, for sure. That's a good idea too. Yeah, but then you have to think like, okay, but do I want to take out profits from the account? But yeah, you're right that it can definitely be a good buffer. If you want to take more like sizable trades, then yeah, having a nice buffer in there is definitely good. Okay, so we just inversed 2 1-minute fair value gaps here. So in theory, this should be the fair value gap that drives us down here. But if we start seeing closes back above and then back below and then back above, you know that price action is getting bad. But again, nothing here is worth me trading yet. I want to see liquidity get taken first before I take a trade to the upside. Cores, with this you maximize your risk and also your probability to win. Most of our problem is the pips points we try to achieve every day. Some people are delusional to think that you can catch 100 pips or points. Yeah, that's definitely not realistic every day. Definitely not. And a lot of days, I mean, you might have a model or a setup that can offer you 100 points, but a lot of the times you're going to want to take partials in between because of potential reversal points. So yeah, definitely a lot of people are delusional and they try and catch home runs, but I think that very high probability base hits are probably the better way to do things. Like this little scalp that I took earlier on the 1-minute chart. I recognized the balance of this 1 minute. I recognized that we were going to rebalance as 1, so I took a quick scalp just because of how high probability it was. But again, that comes with experience. That's not something that everybody should do. And also, guys, we just created equal lows here. Perfect equal lows. So just a heads up. So I think that those are the draw. And then hopefully we get a big... Oh, and we have a 1 minute fair value gap right here. So if we get a strong close below this, I would say the target's probably lower. But again, this is really small, so not ideal. And we already took out day at a low, so I would never take this personally. Yeah, that's not possible every day, so we try to be disciplined, taking small scalps, and one loss and we out. Yeah, so my rule of thumb, if I have a big loss on my first trade, I'm done for the day. If it's a small loss, I will take another trade, and if it's 2 L's, then I'm done. Especially if you take 2 losing trades and you're actually taking real setups, then you're 9 times out of 10 your bias is wrong. So you might, like if I was bullish and I took 2 losing trades and they were both A+ setups, I know that 9 times out of 10 my bias is wrong and we're going the opposite way. So guys, this should be a trade down to the sell side. You guys can try and scalp this if you want. I wouldn't suggest it, but you can try it if you really want to. Again, I would never take this because we've already taken out data lows. We've taken out, we took out sell side liquidity again, but still think that the draw is down for the short term, at least. But yeah, never, ever, ever on a live account short close to low of day unless you're like so positive of a setup. Can't believe Tesla's back at 221. I am probably going to sell a round of puts on Tesla coming up. The premiums are, I don't know how the premiums are going to be at open. The premiums were really jacked before the robotaxi event because there's a lot of uncertainty and a lot of potential volatility. But we'll have to see what the premiums are like. If I do sell any puts on Tesla, I will alert it in the Discord. Okay, so ideally we'd want to see a close, immediate close below this 1 minute and create a 1 minute order block to see more bearishness. But immediately we're seeing a bullish reaction here, so we'll have to... I mean, if you're in this trade, first of all, you shouldn't be. But second of all, you'd want to see confirmation of a 1 minute order block being formed here. Still looking for a long scalp. If not, I'll see. Also, there's a lot of low resistance liquidity forming here. So just a heads up, guys. LRLR, or low resistance liquidity, is the market generates all this liquidity for all these people that are short, and then eventually it just runs them. So you have to be cautious about that. And everybody that's short right now has their stop above this high. So this could also be a potential draw. But there's nothing that I see that would make me want to take this back up to here. So again, this is not price action that I would personally trade with a real account. Very I guess you could call it snaky. There's no fair value gaps forming. But yeah, it still looks bearish to me until the sell side gets taken. Then maybe we can look for an upside trade, depending on if any 1 minute fair value gaps form. Does anybody here sell options at all? Or are you guys all just day traders? I know Binoj buys leaps. But if you guys don't sell options, you guys should definitely do some research on it. I think it's one of the most lucrative strategies to make honestly, the closest thing to passive income that exists. Dividends and selling options, I think, are the 2 closest things to passive income. I do real estate flips. That's my primary income in LA. Obviously, that's not passive. And then rental portfolios, people say that's a passive form of income. No. The amount of work that comes with rental properties it's misery. So definitely not passive. the only forms that I've discovered, there's a few different like mortgage-backed security type assets you can invest in, but the stock market is the most easily accessible. Dividends and options markets are the most easily accessible forms of passive income in my eyes. Yeah, of course, you definitely got to do your research, bro. Selling puts on the companies that you love to own it's a cheat code. However, the issue is it requires a lot of capital. Like just for me, selling one option contract on Tesla is right now, you sell a 200 put on Tesla, it's a $20,000 capital requirement. So it takes a bit of cash. That's for sure. Okay, so I'm going to label that as LRLR. So here's one thing I could say, guys. If, and this is, again, only an if, and this is why I like to explain my thought process so you can see what my model looks like. If we get a sweep of this low, and we trade into this 5-minute fair value gap, and we form a 1-minute fair value gap right here, for example. Take the magnet tool off. Okay, if we form a 1-minute fair value gap and we close above it like this, that's a signal for me to take a long. And my stop loss would be close back below the 1-minute. And my take profit would be the top of the LRLR as profit 1. And then my secondary take profit would be the internal buy side. So before the trade happens, I already know what I'm looking for. So if your model, if you can't envision what your model's going to do before it does it, I think you can probably find a better model. That's my view on it. Like, I've seen these setups happen so many times that I can envision, I know what I'm expecting before it happens. I think that's a pretty powerful tool to have. So already I'm seeing this aggressive 1-minute. So hopefully we make a 1-minute fair value gap here. So it would look like this if we get it. Is my magnet tool working? So hopefully we get some kind of a fair value gap here. And then we'll close above it here. That's where you would take the long, and then you would wait, and you would hold it all the way until all this low resistance liquidity is taken. So watch, if this model, if this ends up forming the exact model that I'm calling out right now, that'd be pretty crazy. And I'll snip that and I'll make a YouTube short out of it. But this is what I'm talking about, guys. If this happens, that'll be crazy, but you'll see how I'm recognizing my model before it happens. If it happens, obviously. We'll get to see it live, but now we sit and we wait. So far, I don't like this 1-minute already. So I already know this is not going to be good. The 1-minute is really small, and we still haven't seen for sure that it's forming. Now, on the 2-minute, maybe we'll get something. Probably not. No, we won't. Maybe on the 3-minute. So potentially a 3-minute fair value gap so far is the only possibility. So I like this down candle so far, but we would need to see it hold until basically 9:30. So we have 4 minutes left to see this fair value gap form here. Of course, sorry, bro. I'm just focused on the screen. So the minimum, well, it depends on the stock that you're trading. Okay, big bearish candle there. So guys, if we get the inverse now, okay, so this would be the 1-minute here. So I like this so far. But we completely closed below this 5-minute. But let me delete this for now. So if we get an inverse 1-minute here, that would be a good long in my opinion to come back and take out the LRLR to the upside. But yeah, of course, it depends on the stock you're trading, but you are basically, when you sell a put, you're promising that you're basically making a promissory note to buy 100 shares of a company. So whatever stock you're looking to sell an option on, you have to have enough capital to buy 100 shares. So some people will sell options on stocks like SoFi or like SOXL, where the capital requirements are much smaller. Like they're, the stocks are $20 a share, so you're looking at a $2,000 investment. But the premiums that you earn are much smaller. Like when I sell a put on Tesla, I can earn, 700 to $1,000 for a 30-day contract. Just depends on what I'm looking at. But for a $2,000 investment, you're looking at a tenth of that. So you're looking at $70 to $100 in premium, which still isn't bad, but I don't know. I don't like to sell options on like really small companies because they can be dangerous. Like if, for example, I don't know if you guys were around when Facebook had like a 20% drop in a day, and it was like a huge bear market all the way until October of 2022. So if you get caught trying to sell an option on Facebook when it just dumps or collapses, then you're risking holding a lot of your capital is locked up in that company, so it can be very risky. So that's why I only sell options on like the Mag 7 pretty much, and a few other ones for trades, but that's it. Okay, guys, so this is what we're looking for here now. Give me 1 second here. Oh. Hold on, guys, hold on. So if I draw a Fibonacci tool, ooh. So this is the 50% level of this leg, okay? And right now we're disrespecting it pretty heavily. So I'm going to honestly guess, I think this is pretty bearish. I don't think we're going to get this woman at inverse. I think we're going to just sell off here. I really think this is going to be a down move, but I can't really take that. Oh my God. So you see how we completely disrespected the 50% retracement of the leg? Yeah, I think this is going to go down. Should I market sell? I'm going to do it on the eval account. I don't care. This will be my buy limit. And my stop will be back up here. Do not do this on a real account, guys. Please. Please, 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 please. Just out of experience, I know based on this reaction of the 50% retracement, there is a high chance we go down here. But it's very, very high risk. So do not take this on a real account, guys. And if it's going to happen, it should just deliver. It shouldn't stall. Which so far it looks decent, but... So far we're up $60. Now we're not. So that should... I honestly don't want to see the market go much higher than this candle. So that is not a good sign. But let's see what happens. Again, we had very little displacement at this 50% retracement, so that's what the thesis was behind the trade. But again, this is an eval account, and I'm chasing this, and I would never do this with a real account. We're just bored right now, and I'm trying to be a little bit entertaining, if possible. Oh, the market just opened too. I didn't realize. So that's not good. But I still think it's probably going to work, but we'll see. Again, guys, do not do this on a real account, please. Imagine being the type of trader that shorts at low of day at market open. One of the stupidest things you can do. But I do still think that the draw is this low. And especially because right now we're reacting pretty bearishly to this 50% retracement. We do have all this LRLR here, so that is something to be cautious of. I did lose track of time, I'm not going to lie, and I didn't realize that we were right at market open, but it is what it is. Okay, so if we take out this low again, I'll move my stop to break even. But again, guys, never ever suggest doing this on a real account. Yeah, this looks like it's going to inverse, so if it does, then you can definitely look for LRLR to get swept here. Okay, so I'm about to get stopped out on this eval. And guys, if this 1 minute inverses, you'll see all this LRLR should get swept pretty easily. But if we do get this down move, then that'll be nice for my little eval account. Try and keep all this on the screen so you can see. So again, if the low of day gets swept, then I'll move my stop to break even on this account. Okay, so I'm going to move my stop right there. And hopefully we'll get lucky. Should I just take it? I'm going to take it here, guys. Oh my god, right as the wick. But yeah, I think this will go down to this low now. And let's see it. So once the sell side gets taken, that is when I would potentially look for a reversal, guys. But yeah, I mean, I think this might be the draw. Honestly, guys, I think this low is the draw. Asim, do you trade crypto? I don't trade crypto. I am a long-term holder of Bitcoin. My lowest ad for Bitcoin is like 16,800. So I don't trade any cryptos. So many people on X, bro. I find it amazing. Like, people will spend their time researching peak coin, this blah, 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 which exchange to use and which, like, I don't know, like ETH versus Solana versus what to buy it off of. Like, all this crazy research on all these coins that takes so much brain power when they can literally just learn a single model on NQ and they can be way more profitable and not put all that risk on. Like, I will never understand it, ever. Wow, Tesla down 8%. Holy crap. All right, let's take a look at the premiums quick. Let's take a look at the premiums on Tesla right now. I can't believe Tesla's at 217. That's unreal. Crazy. Hold on, guys. I gotta check something here. What will be your target for Bitcoin? Any altcoins? I just went over this, guys, for Bitcoin. But again, I don't trade Bitcoin, so that's a wow. This is bullish for Bitcoin, guys. This is a very bullish reversal. I think we're going to take out all these internal highs right now. I think we're going to be at 62 by end of the day. At minimum, like 62.2. But on the weekly chart, that's a good sign, by the way, what I just showed you. But on the weekly chart, we're holding this weekly fair value gap. If we close the week within this, and next week or the week before we get a bullish move and create an order block, so these two down candles, if we have a green bodied candle close above the two down close candles, that's a bullish weekly order block, and I think we'll see all-time highs shortly. Also, if you look at the data for Bitcoin, after the elections, we typically see bull runs. So I also made shorts a long time ago about how, on average, we wait 5 to 6 months after the halving before the run actually happens on Bitcoin. People were like thinking that right after the Bitcoin halving we would start mooning, and that obviously didn't happen. And I explained that for 6 months after the halving, so the halving was in April. So May, June, July, August, September, pretty much September, October was when the bull runs start on average. And also after elections. So after November 4th or whenever it is, I think it's the 4th, we could potentially see the run. I think that will be, if it's going to happen, it'll happen then. And all-time highs and beyond, hopefully. Okay, hold on, guys. I just got to check something. How's it? What's NQ doing? Okay, so it's just chopping around here. I think we're going to this low, guys, for almost 100% certainty. Asim, do you trade Bitcoin or altcoins? Are you one of the meme coiners? I just gotta check one of my Excel sheets here for an option call that I took. Sold this for 27. Wow, that's actually unbelievable that Tesla's selling off like this. So there's a little bit of manipulation and time distortion going on here, but again, I think the ultimate draw is this low. Okay. Asim. No meme. I'm holding Adam. Oh, I remember Adam. I think the only meme coin that I hold, well, actually, okay, so I'm 27, right? When I was 20, me and a friend bought, I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but it was a coin. He found that I was not into that stuff. I bought ETH at like 300 a share, but I was broke in college, so I bought like half of an ETH. But he recommended a coin called Decentraland. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it, but we each put like 150 bucks into it, and I like 7 times my money on that coin. We bought it at like 6 cents or 5 cents or something, and it got up to like, I think it was a couple of dollars. I have to double check, but that's my only altcoin experience, or whatever that is, crypto token experience. So guys, if we inverse this 1 minute, I think all this LRLR will get taken out. But if we don't, then I still think this is the ultimate draw. If we reject this, then I think the draw will be down here. Ooh, yeah, this is... When I see this consolidation at a weekly level, this is a totally different topic, but this could easily be the place where we have a move down. That's a whole different system that I'm talking about. That's on QQQ, but still do think that this could easily be a sell day today. We'll have to check and see what happens, but so this is actually not bad here. This 1 minute, I mean, it's very high risk, and it's not even forming a 1 minute here actually, so disregard that. This 1 minute could easily be the area we reject, guys. Like, I don't want to say go short, but could easily be the place where we reject. Adam, what is Adam at right now? If your average is at $6, I have Solana, by the way, guys. I have Solana, Ethereum, and majority of my long-term holdings are in Bitcoin. Guys, if we inverse this 1 minute, we could get all this LRLR get taken out, by the way. But I have a feeling this is going to reject. Strong feeling. So much LRLR though, so. Whoops, what just happened? Why is this on full screen mode? Okay, so we're about to inverse the 1. It's also a 2 minute, so you can wait for that one if you want to. I'm not going to take this, guys. I have a bad feeling about it. Don't ask me why. I just have, like, my spidey senses are telling me not to take this long. But you guys can do you. We also haven't inversed the 1 or the 2 yet. There is a 3 as well. Whoa, what am I doing here? So I would wait for this 3 if you're gonna do it. Wow, and there's a 4 and there's a 5. Ugh. Yeah, again, guys, don't ask me why I think this, but I just don't like this setup. I've seen this type of thing happen before. There's definitely been times where this just completely rejects and takes sell side. Now, if you really want to take a setup, I would maybe take this 3 minute, wait for it to close above, and then target all this LRLR, but I have a strange feeling that today is not going to be a buy day. Binoj, are you looking for a long here, bro? What are you looking at? Are you going to fade me and go long? Even though I think this is going to be a dump? How's this 5 minute looking? So far a strong rejection from the 5. Just looking at the market today, huh? Total BS market today. Yeah, I don't like the PA, to be honest. I had my one little scalp, and then my second little scalp. Just in a Tesla long. Oh, okay. Is it reversing right now? Yeah, it is reversing. On the 1 minute. Oh, shoot, my bad, guys. Sorry, I just moved the screen. So the 1 minute is about to inverse. The 2 minute as well as the 3 minute, potentially. I would wait for the 3, guys, if you're going to take something here. Or the 2, whichever you're comfortable with. I would prefer the 3, though. Tesla long back to 223. Not bad. Not a bad idea. But not. I really want to sell some puts on Tesla here. Let's see what premiums we can get. This 3 minute candle closes at 9:51, which is in 25 seconds, 20 seconds. What's QQQ doing here? Yeah, I don't know, guys. I think this is a short. But I can't take it. So our 3 minute didn't even create the inverse on that candle. The macro time is about to start. So this could be the silver bullet short, but it could also be a run on all this LRLR. So again, we don't have the 3 minute close, so there's no setup for me. I'm not taking the 1 minute cores. First of all, with the 1 minute never even gave us the entry. If you look here, we never closed above. We closed at it. But yeah, it looks like this LRLR is probably going to get taken now. And also on the 2 minute, we never closed above. So nothing actually formed here. 3 minute, we never closed above. 4 minute, we never closed above. 5 minute, we never closed above. So there's no setup. I mean, if you're talking about this 1 minute, that's the worst 1 minute you could ever take. But some might have taken it, I guess. Which 1 minute were you talking about, Cores? Now we have a 1 minute close above. And a 2 minute close above. I'm just not taking this. I don't like it. My spidey senses are telling me no. So let's take a look at premiums for Tesla quick, because I'm not taking this. You can sell the 185 puts right now, which have a delta of... Wait, what? Oh, a delta of 11%. Look at this, guys. Telling you, this is not the trade to take. My spidey senses are always right. 0.11 delta, you get paid $225 worth of premium for waiting 30 days for 185 puts. So there's 11% chance now that Tesla hits 185 by November 1st. You can get paid over $200 a contract for that. And that's a very low delta. Normally I sell 0.3 deltas, so a 0.3 delta trade right now. You're looking at $875 to sell the 210 puts. That's pretty darn good if you ask me. Today's a small cap day. Are small caps running today? Uber. Well, these aren't all of them, but Mara and Hood are up. How about Hims? That's the one that everyone's talking about, it seems like. Palantir's up. How's Hims? Hims is down. Celsius is down. Oh, TD Bank with a huge dump. That's crazy. They were booked for fraud recently. Their employees were like embezzling money to drug dealers or something crazy like that. Guys, I have a strong feeling that we're gonna dump here. This is a 5-minute breaker too. So 5-minute breaker and a fair value gap. It looks like we're just coming back to retest it all before going down, but nothing here to me is A+. So you sit out. Now, again, I've told you guys this before. I have funded in cash accounts that I trade separately. If we want, we can try a short here on an eval for fun, but I don't really want to support degenerate trading like I did earlier. So I actually felt bad about doing that. I feel like maybe people are even following my signals here, so try and not be a degenerate. How about that? But I do like the fact that we took out internal buy side and we are trading into a 5-minute breaker. But I would have liked to see a fair value gap here as well on the breaker. So not optimal. IMO. Cores, yeah, I was thinking if it would close above before now. Okay, so we are running this LRLR, it looks like now. Or at least a portion of it. But yeah, this is still a breaker, guys, so could easily see rejections from here. Did we just form equal highs here? Oh my goodness, and we formed equal highs right here, it looks like. I'm telling you guys, this could be a sell day. These equal highs could be inducement, making people think to go long, and then we just get dumped on. 3-minute, is there a fair value gap anywhere? Where do these form on Q? If I short this right now, whoa, 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 whoa. Guys, I'm gonna be risky here. if I risk this right now on an eval account only, this is not a trade to take on a live account. That would be, let's see what kind of a risk we get out of this. Risking 175 to make 1,230. Does that sound like good RR? I'm going to take it, guys. I'm going to take it if we get it. Should I? No, I don't want to be a bad influence, guys. I'm not going to take it, but I do think this is going to be a sell-off. But it's not part of my model, so I can't take it. What's at 10? Is there news? I thought it was singular red folder news today. There is orange folder, you're right. But I don't really care about orange folder news personally. Guys, I think the orange folder news is going to give us a big red candle potentially. Again, this is all speculation, but I have a feeling this LRLR is not going to get run today. Could be completely wrong, but again, it's all speculation. University of Michigan sentiment. Yeah, consumer sentiment and inflation sentiment? Inflation expectations as well. Watch me be right and see big red here. I am the GOAT, like literally the GOAT. But you know how they can come for liquidity before it goes in your direction. Yeah. I still think this is going down. I think they're leaving these equal highs. Oh, I can't take it. I can't be a degenerate. Give me 800 bucks. I told you guys, I literally know. Yeah, of course, you're not missing anything, bro. Terrible PA. But, again, I told you guys it's going down. Don't you guys like how I literally had the exact top here on this candle? Oh, too good. Too good. This is actually not a bad 1 minute, by the way, if we get it. I do like this 1 minute now. I'm not going to lie. But it's not even going to form a 1 minute here. Where is this on QQQ? Again, we're coming up to this breaker. I think this is a sell. I really do. But no setup, so. And maybe these equal highs get taken out now. All right, there's the... Are they not going to tag them? All right, there's the equal highs. No setup there. If we get a 1 minute here, guys, like a really nice one, I will take this short. Because I really do believe the market's going to go short here, but we'll have to see a 1 minute fair value gap form. probably won't even give it to us. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Binoj, I agree, brother. I think the market is destined to go down here, but there's no setups. It's a Friday. I've had a great week. Apart from one Tesla sold put spread that I had to close for a 100% loss today. But that is the only losing trade that I have. Only large losing trade that I've had. But for the most part, I'm net green. I sense 5,800 on ES. Yeah, it doesn't seem unprobable. What is ES looking like right now? Let's check if there's any SMTs. Ooh. Oh. Hold on. Wow. ES is way stronger than NQ. That's crazy. ES is, I mean, NQ is super weak. I don't look at the Russell at all, Binoj. Not in the slightest bit. Did we make more equal highs here? Oh no, we took it out by a tick. So guys, if we inverse this 1 minute, oh wow, very bullish, very bullish. So if this 3 minute inverses, I would say long up to these equal highs. But we have to be super careful because this could just be the liquidity they're taking out to drive us lower. This would be a good short too, in my opinion, right here. If we inverse and close back below here, and we form a 1 minute, that would be a great inverse in my opinion. But so far, this looks like we're headed up to the equal highs. And it looks like we're not even going to get an entry for it, because we have 2 minutes till the close, but we'll see what we get. Yeah, so we had an accumulation, a manipulation, and now It looks like we're going up to these equal highs. Lots of people got induced short, that's for sure. Yeah, the 3-minute worked. You could have taken it here. I didn't, though. I didn't like it. Yeah, the 3-minute worked, of course. It did. We could get another 3-minute here up to these equal highs, by the way, guys. So take profit. Oh, whoops. I'm on a short. Take profit would be at these equal highs. It'd be a $600 win for $430 loss. Eh. If you guys want to take something, you can take this. It's just so high. Like, just not a good setup. This was not good in my opinion. If you're going to take it, this would have been the one, but my bias was bearish, so not taking these guys. I'm happy with missing out on trades when my doesn't meet my bias. But I think we're probably going to go up to these equal highs now. But I'm just going to let it go without me. Okay, so there's high a day. And there is the equal highs, not yet. Oops. The IFEG seemed to work out the one earlier. Yeah, the 3-minute worked, but again, my bias was bearish at that point, so I didn't take that. And now this is too high for me to take, so I'm happy with watching it go without me. But the draw is very likely these two sets of equal highs. And probably midnight. So there's the first set. Here's the second set. And then I'm going to guess midnight gets hit next. Wow, what a move. So remember what I talked about earlier, guys? Once these two sets of equal highs were hit, I mean, there's no sense in me taking anything else. And again, this 3-minute was not bad, but didn't fit my didn't fit my bias, so I didn't take it. And yeah, so no real setups for me today. One quick scalp, and then that stupid degenerate trade that I still made money on. So I'm 2 for 2 on the day, but no like high probability setups in my opinion. So I still think midnight is probably the target next. Yeah, guys, I'm sorry I couldn't have given you better trades today. Yeah, I really was looking for the sell side to get taken. And after this would have got taken, I would have loved to take longs, but it didn't get taken, so what can you do, right? Sometimes you don't really get to take any sizable trades, and that's part of trading. It's part of life. So I'm gonna stay on. I mean, I'll still stay on until this 11:10 macro, but yeah, trading is a mental game. That is for sure. You guys have to be super particular about what you trade. And there are going to be plenty of days where you're not going to get a setup. And if you're looking for a mentor that's going to take 1,000 trades every single day for you for your entertainment, great. I'm not here to entertain. I'm here to make money. That's the reality. So, of course, sometimes it's fun to entertain with a degen eval trade, but in all seriousness, when it comes to a cash account or a funded account, I honestly don't think anything should have been taken today. If you really wanted to and your bias was bullish, this 3-minute was actually pretty nice when we closed here. But again, my bias was not bullish. For the time being, I wanted the sell side. So it is what it is. Now, again, guys, I think midnight is the draw here a lot of the time. So if you don't know about midnight opening price, if you look back in time between Asia and London session at exactly midnight, if you draw that out in time, this indicator I use is called ICT New York midnight open at 8:30 by Alpha C Trader. It's a great draw for liquidity, so it'll automatically mark it out for you every single day. You won't have to do it yourself, and it's a very high probability level. If you're looking for scalps, you can try something to it. In fact, if you guys want, I can show you a scalp to it degenerately on an eval. Even from here, it's a $400 win. But you also have to realize that we could easily retrace down before getting it. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna hit. Should we scalp it, guys? For fun? Not gonna do it just yet. If we get a 1-minute inverse, I'm gonna be smart here, guys. I'm not gonna take just anything. If we get a 1-minute inverse, I will take it up to the midnight opening price. But if we don't get anything, we'll just watch it. Okay? But just know that this is a very high probability area for price to hit. But we could definitely see consolidation first because we just had a huge distribution, right? So be very cautious. $24.4575. 24.45.75. Wait, what? It's only a $160 trade. Why was it telling me 400? 24.4575. Interesting. So we just touched the new day opening gap in yellow. So the risk is less than I thought, guys. What's a 1-to-1 here? 24.28. 250, 429. Ugh. Oh, hold on. I was typing it wrong. It's 455. That's why I was off here. Sorry, guys. It's a $340 win. Yeah, I was correct. So let's see. If we take out this liquidity, maybe we can look for a long after that. Potentially a 1 minute. This new day opening gap could be the support, though, that drives us higher. We'll have to see what we get. But if we take this sell side first and then we get some kind of a setup, we could try it to midnight, guys. All right, I'm just going to scalp it, guys. I just think it's going to hit, so. Come on, midnight. All right, stop to break even here. Oh, no, I didn't move it. Looks like I might get stopped here, guys. Such a risky trade. I doubt they stop it right before midnight, but yeah, they're gonna stop it. All right, I got stopped out on the eval there, even though I still think it's gonna work. But we'll wait for the liquidity to get taken. Okay, so we just swept 1 minute liquidity. We're probably going to sweep this too. And then if we get a 1 minute from there, we'll try the long. But we did just sweep this 1 minute sell side, so. Pretty good reaction right away. Okay, guys, I'm going to try one more time here. This time with a bigger stop. Just because of this reaction right here. Come on, hit midnight. Should hit here. If I don't get stopped on this, I'll be so lucky. Alright guys, it looks like I'm gonna get lucky here, but let's see. And not yet. Come on, let's get to midnight. Alright, got stopped on that. Guys, this is, again, I'm sorry if I'm a little tired here, but this is the complete degeneracy, and this is an eval account. I would never take this on a cash account. This is just to try and scalp a few little dollars. And that's it. Now, if we take out this sell side, hopefully we can get that. Then we could take a legitimate long. Honestly, I would even take that on a cash account. Just because of the magnitude of midnight opening price. So if we take out this liquidity, we make a 1 minute fair value gap, I will look for a long up to midnight. But if we don't get it, we don't get it. So there it is, midnight and beyond. So that's it, guys. All the draws for the day are done, in my opinion. We could go higher, we could go lower. Nothing else matters to me. I wouldn't take anything else on an eval, nothing on a cash account. Today, the draws are done. I mean, we might go to this buy side, but again, I could care less. Not a concern to me. So unfortunate that we didn't take out this sell side. If we would have gotten this, I would have taken that 3 minute long, no problem. Would have banked on all of this profit. But listen, guys, it happens. Sometimes you get what you need, sometimes you don't. But yeah, so if you weren't paying attention, this internal low was my drawn liquidity. If we would have swept that and then gotten this 3 minute, I would have taken that. I just want to see something on ES. This was the 9:30 and the 9 and the 10 o'clock candles. Wow, so ES barely had any drawdown. But there was no SMT on ES either. So it looks like we're drawing up to this high potentially and this high. I don't know. Who knows? We might even have enough strength today to get up to that 50% retracement that I was looking for. But again, no setups for me here. We could see a potential sell-off here, guys, by the way. I don't really think it's really great, but if we close below this 1 minute here, I think that you could probably scalp a short down to these lows. So definitely the long side, I would stop trading, but this could definitely be a good trade. So that would look like this, right? And take profit here. So 1.57. Not a terrible RR trade. In fact, guys, I am going to take this if we get it on this eval account. Should we front run it here? No, I'm not going to front run it. Because we did take out all the equal highs and midnight. So definitely at least we could get this low. A lot of people's stops are at this low here. But again, you'd want to see a close below this 1 minute for that to be valid. Beanos, are you looking for shorts here now? Or you still think it's going to be bullish on the day? Or anybody else looking at shorts? Or are we sitting out for the rest of the day? Not coming in front of a train. Smart man. Yeah, I agree. Definitely not a good idea to short all-time highs. NQ was weaker than ES. ES was very strong today in comparison, but yeah, I mean, it could just be this trend day Friday. Definitely possible. But I do like a potential short to this low. As a lot of people have liquidity resting here. So even if the market's going to trend higher today, I would like to potentially see them short down to this at minimum. But again, it could be one of those days where we just keep going up and up and up. It's possible, but we just had one on, what was it, Wednesday? Let's go back and see. Yeah, it was on Wednesday when we had this crazy buy day. So if we inverse this one, you could try a very quick scalp to this low. 2439.75. 2439.75. But only if we inverse it. So far a very bullish reaction from the one. If we draw our standard deviations, high to low. Whoops. Oh, whoops, low to high, sorry. From low to high. We just hit the 1.5. Could easily get to the 2 standard deviation. Yeah, guys, so after this macro, whew, I'm off to bed. Yeah, this could, as Binoche said, this could easily squeeze up. We do have these internal highs, right? This buy side liquidity here, and buy side here, and then the 50%, which with these, all three of these could easily hit today, based on this strength. But no setups. Terrible 1 minute inverse here. Tesla back up to 221. Very nice. Very nice. Did you long that from a fair value gap too, Binoche, or did you? Is there some other model you use for trading stocks? Did we just make equal highs here? No, we didn't. No, we did not. Weekly levels. I got you. Very nice. Oh, it's 222 now. I think Tesla's probably going to go back to 225 today at minimum, but yeah, I would probably, I mean, a TP you could have is here, but yeah, this internal high at 223.44 looks like a juicy draw. Oh, use the volume point of control. Okay. 223.83 VPOC. Okay. Yeah, I think that 223.40 something is, it seems very likely to hit. So this could be an okay short here on the 1 minute, but we didn't take out buy side, so it's not A+. And we didn't close below the 1 minute, so. I think this internal low will probably get targeted, but not trying to really short on a trend day up. I want to see something really quick. Yeah, if we take our retracement fibs from the low up to this sweep, 2 standard deviation is right up here. If we take it to this high, 2 standard deviations, we're not even at 1 yet, and then to this high, the 2, interesting. Oh, Tesla's almost there. Yeah, I do think this is the draw, but we could see some resistance here at this little internal high on the 5, and then retracement, and then we'll probably get up to this wick. And then there's perfect equal highs, it looks like, here on Tesla. I don't really care about these as much as I do on ES and NQ. 225.01. Oh, these are not equal highs. Never mind. They're not perfect, at least. Oh, we're almost there. 223.43 should hit very soon, or 47, whatever it is. The high is at 223.48. Let me know if it hits, Binoche. I'm not really paying attention right now, but I'm glancing over it every once in a while. $24,408.50. It's $190. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, it looks like we're gonna get a sell down to this low. And, oh, not quite. Wow, it didn't even take out the low. Let's see if it does, though. Okay, guys, this is not a bad short. In fact, I think I'm going to take it. If we get a 1 minute close below here, I'll take it down to this internal low. $24.39. 2439.25. But we need the 1 minute close below. We get the close. Oh, we just closed below. All right, let's take it. It's pretty much a 1-to-1 here. Okay, we're up 75. Okay, stop move to break even here. Oh, wait, what? Did we not? Why did it not take my profits? Oh my God. That's 2 super unlucky trades there, guys. That is so annoying. Unreal. So we just formed equal lows here, and I got stopped up for break even. Some oh, not even equal lows. We missed it by a tick. That is incredible how we missed it by one tick there. And there's the profit. And we're probably going to go down to these two lows now too, but what an unlucky scalp, guys. So you see what that was? 1 minute inverse to internal lows. Very quick scalp. Again, I wouldn't try and take a longer, like an extended short trade on a day like today. We're bouncing right at the new day opening gap. Oh, Tesla, what happened? I don't like this 1 minute retracement, I'm not going to lie. Right below the 5 minute buy side, but it should still work. We'll see though. I do still want to see this low get taken on NQ. But nothing great. IMO. This 2 minute doesn't look bad, honestly. Back up to this hourly high. Could consider taking that. But again, my final straw for my real accounts was midnight, and I didn't take a single trade on those accounts today, only eval. Yeah, Tesla should ideally bounce from this 5 minute fair value gap, but if not, we could probably go back down to here and then go back up. Unfortunate we didn't just take it out, but it is what it is, right? 20. All right, finally I got a little scalp there. 150 bucks, very nice. Binoj, yeah, of course, bro. Let me speak to WAP. I have to get a discount code, but I'll give you a free membership. How about that? I do want to grow the community, and yeah, I'll give you a membership. Don't worry, bro. And yeah, that would be awesome if you could share some of your levels and stuff. That'd be great. Let me. Yeah, I'll set a reminder. If I forget, just send me a DM on X. But I'm sure I'll remember. I'll send you a DM with the discount code when I have time. I'll speak to them. Wow, this is a great retracement here. So, listen, not financial advice, but. This does look, this 15 minute really doesn't look too shabby for downside. If we inverse this, I think we're going down to this low. Binoj asks Siri. I'll make a note, bro. Don't worry. But I am really looking at this Let me look at the 5-minute quick. Hold on. Yeah, 5 minutes, meh. 15-minute. How's the hourly looking? Guys, I think this could be a sell model back down to lows. We missed this sell side liquidity that I've been begging for. So I wouldn't put it past the market to reverse here. Hold on one second. All right, I'm back. So, here's what I'm looking at, guys. See, I told myself I'd get off. It's late here, but I just love analyzing the markets that I'm just willing to stay on. 50% level of this leg that we've had today needs to be respected. If it doesn't get respected and we close below, I think let me see if there's anything on the 3-minute. If we close below this and then we get this inverse, I think we're going to go straight down. Let me get rid of this right here. So guys, if we inverse this 3-minute here and we completely disrespect this 50% level, I think we're going back down to sell side today. But yeah, let's see how we react to this 50% level, right? This is the leg from the low today, wherever it was, to the high that formed, which was right here. So far a decent reaction. But definitely think it could still get smoked. Yeah, it's interesting that we left the sell side, and yeah, definitely could get taken today. So here's what I'm gonna do, guys. If we get a very nice 1-minute candle close below this 50% retracement. No, actually, I won't do that. I'll wait for the 3-minute. I'll be a good boy. Okay, so decent reaction actually out of the 3. Not what I was expecting, but that's still fine. 1-minute inverse, you can target this internal high if you want. But I wouldn't take this personally. Just not a... I've seen this happen before where we just dump here, so... Not my cup of tea for longs. Yeah, guys, this actually looks like it's setting up... This is a sell model. I think we're going back down to this sell side today. Not financial advice, right? Yeah, it looks like a sell model. But, again, we need to see this 50% level get disrespected. We're also in a macro time, so keep that in mind. This is when price can move. Excuse me. I think this is a short, guys. I'm going to sell it. And I'm going to be very risky here. Stop is going to be right here. Again, this is because it's an eval account. That's the only reason. But I've seen this setup play out before, and a lot of the times this can be bearish. And sometimes it's not. Okay, so this could be bullish on the day. We'll see. When you live trade, it's not. No, I've definitely seen that play out multiple times where it's bearish, so I'm happy to take that risk. But sometimes it doesn't work out. Again, when I say happy to take that risk, I would never take that on a real account. I would take it on an eval any day of the week, but cash accounts, no sir. No cash, no funded. And the risk was so small. Because if that was the down move, I would have been risking $170 to make, God knows, a lot of money. Right? A limit from here where I took the trade. I was risking 170 to make pretty much 2,200 bucks. I'll take that any day on an eval. I would have passed the funded if I did that. This woman at inverse looks pretty good to back up to this high, by the way. For those of you that want to try something. So your stop would go to break even at this high. And then, yeah, I would honestly long it back up to this 1 hour buy side. Ah. Should we try it? 1 for 1 trade. And let's see if we get stopped here. I mean, in theory, in principle, we should go up to this internal high, so. But, again, it is what it is. So your stop should go to break even if we hit this high again. Is there a 2-minute that didn't close here? No, the 2-minute closed as well. Okay, we want to see this go right now. Yeah, it's not good that it's stalling here. So we're in the macro still. So in theory, we should at minimum go up to this high. Okay, my stop is going to break even here. Don't want to risk it. In fact, I'm going to close the trade out right there. Just because I don't like this PA right now. Not an optimal place to be trading anyways. Woo! Okay, guys, this macro is almost done. So in 8 minutes, I'm off. And by the way, guys, I do actually, like I said, I do think that this 2-minute is decent. But we are super high on the day, so I'd give it more like a 6 out of 10. But the draw would be this 1 hour buy side. If you take this 2-minute, the risk would look like this. So you'd wait for a 2-minute close. Risk would be a close back below. Take profit up here. So the R is not bad, right? But the nature of today, we've already had a huge move up. So the odds of us just continuing like this without having some manipulation is slim. So that's why I wouldn't take this on a live account. If this was much lower on the day and I knew that there was a draw higher, I would definitely try this. sorry, I keep doing this. Hold on, how do I get this? Damn it. Ugh, this is stuck. Hold on, guys. Bitcoin is actually looking really nice. I'm not gonna lie. This setup we had today, I told you guys, I think we're going back to 62. These draws look very probable at 62, so I like the look of that. If this is gonna be a sell model for the rest of the day, we should reject from this 2-minute. But if we inverse the 2 or the 3, we should probably go back to buy side. Whoa, what the heck? Oh, sorry guys. Damn, I don't like this. If you're still in here, Binoche, I don't like this setup here on Tesla. It looks like we're gonna retest this 5-minute and then potentially reject. So I would potentially, if I were you, consider taking profits within this 5-minute fair value gap, but that's up to you, obviously. Oh, you're out already? What triggered the stop out? You just didn't like the PA? Oh, you took profits at 223.40? Oh, at 223. Okay. Got it. I thought you were waiting for that buy side, so no, I understand. That was a good move. Wow, guys, so nice bounce off the 50% level of the leg. 3-minute inverse looks probable. If you want to try this, you can. Again, I wouldn't take this personally on a live account because of how high up we are on the day. But technically, this is working. Yeah, so pretty bad rejection there, not gonna lie. Did the 2 minute? So the 2 minute didn't close above yet. The 3 minute did, but the 2 minute did not. So this could easily be a rejection here. You know, I just think about it, like what an awesome life traders have. Like if you genuinely can stick to your plan, you can literally do it. You can literally travel wherever you want, work wherever you want. I'm sitting in a freaking hotel in Bangkok, minding my own business, sitting and doing something that I enjoy. Like, what a pleasure that is. I don't know, that just came to mind. So props to anyone who sucked at trading for a long time and stuck with it. And yeah, it's just amazing like what stuff can do for you. And if you're not there yet, keep pushing because you will get there. If you don't give up, 100%, if you actually believe and you stick to a plan, you'll make it happen. And eventually it just snowballs. Because once you have a good amount of income, now granted, I'll be honest, my income did not come from trading. Okay, I don't think the majority of people ever make their income from trading. Mine came from real estate. But once you have a good amount of profit and you learn how to trade and you can supplement some income with it and you can sell options and you get your dividends and whatever, it pays a lot in the future. So don't give up. So far a nice rejection off this 2 minute fair value gap. If we get a 2 minute close above, I think we're very likely to go higher. But for now, this could be this just could be a retracement for the sell model. This could be a YouTube ICT 2022 short for those of you who have studied that mentorship. I kind of want to stay on and see what happens here. I'm bored. I'm not going to go to bed just yet. Wow. Perfect rejection off our weekly level on QQQ. Oh, look, Bitcoin's at 62. What'd I say? Called that in the morning. This is a really nice rejection off the 2 minute here, guys. But it is lunch, so not a good time to be shorting, in my opinion, or longing. Yeah, guys, I think I'm done. I'm gonna get off. For whoever's still on here, thanks for joining the stream, guys. I always appreciate the company, and yeah, Binoj, I'll set a reminder, but I'll get you that code. But good luck if you guys are trading for anything else for the rest of the day, and yeah, have a good rest of your day, guys.